July 30th, 2025, witnessed a significant seismic event near Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula, registering a magnitude 8 earthquake. Fortunately, this powerful tremor did not produce tsunami conditions. Wave heights reaching 5 meters impacted Russian coastal areas, while Japan's northern islands experienced waves measuring up to 1.5 meters. European territories face emerging threats. UNESCO data indicates that Mediterranean Sea coastlines, encompassing Marseille, Istanbul, and Alexandria, will soon experience tsunami impacts. International scientific organizations express complete confidence in their computational models, stating 100% certainty in their projections. Subsequently, these organizations project that within the coming year, an additional 40 cities across 20 nations will join the roster of tsunami-vulnerable locations. Determining precise magnitude levels proves challenging currently, yet even 1.5-meter tsunami heights possess sufficient force to transport vehicles, compromise electrical infrastructure, and inundate ground-level residential spaces. Regrettably, European consequences will likely exceed these preliminary projections. Furthermore, tsunami phenomena represent merely one category among various hazardous oceanic occurrences. What destructive wave formations might emerge in the immediate future? Indonesia, 2004. A British family approaches Mai Khao beach in Thailand for recreational swimming. Unexpectedly, 10-year-old Tilly Smith displays intense anxiety, urgently warning her parents about approaching tsunami conditions. Her mother dismisses these concerns as childhood imagination and continues toward the water's edge. The majority of individuals lack capability to identify approaching tsunami indicators. Consequently, UNESCO currently develops comprehensive population preparedness programs for anticipated disasters. Coastal zone inhabitants must acquire skills to differentiate genuine tsunami warning signs from false emergency alerts. Beyond tsunami threats, additional lethal oceanic phenomena exist, demonstrating even greater unpredictability. For instance, oceanic rogue wave formations achieve heights exceeding 30 meters, representing magnitudes 15 times greater than typical statistical wave measurements. The vessel Ramapo gained recognition after encountering a 34-meter wave strike. Such wave dimensions would submerge half of Africa's tallest structure, the Carlton Center. Nevertheless, the ship maintained structural integrity, enabling crew survival. Typically, when vessels encounter rogue wave conditions, hull structures cannot withstand extreme pressure forces, resulting in vessel submersion within minutes. Similar destructive outcomes await ships encountering square wave patterns. These formations intersect perpendicularly, creating checkerboard-like surface patterns. This phenomenon occurs when wind forces propel waves in one direction while oceanic currents flow oppositely. Heights rarely exceed 3 meters, yet this doesn't prevent waves from simultaneously attacking vessels from multiple directions, creating inescapable marine traps. Escape possibilities remain virtually non-existent. The rarest documented oceanic phenomenon remains the Dropner wave occurrence. In 1995, within North Sea conditions amid 10-meter wave activity, one exceptionally massive wave materialized unexpectedly, representing highly atypical oceanic behavior. Laser altimeter equipment aboard the Dropner oil platform recorded this event. Measurements indicated crest heights reaching approximately 27 meters. Fortunately, no personnel sustained injuries. Scientific understanding regarding their formation mechanisms remains incomplete. This represented the singular documented Dropner wave recording. However, this doesn't indicate unique occurrence. Such destructive wave formations may develop more frequently than current understanding suggests. Those encountering such phenomena cannot provide testimonial evidence. Sudden 30-meter wave formations eliminate everything within their trajectory. Unlike Dropner wave mysteries, tsunami science demonstrates comprehensive development. Historical tsunami accounts assist scientists in understanding causative formation factors. This knowledge enables predictive capabilities regarding future giant wave occurrences. Consider this massive crater formation. Named Chicxulub, this structure resulted from asteroid impact measuring approximately 14 kilometers in diameter. The asteroid collided with Earth at tremendous velocity 66 million years previously. Impact shock waves generated 100-meter tsunami formations. During this period, Caribbean regions experienced complete submersion. Wave power proved sufficient to disturb oceanic floor sediments, creating distinctive gaps within Earth's geological record. Wave traces remain detectable across 120 global rock sample collections. Post-tsunami conditions brought extended cold periods, resulting in widespread organism extinction. If dinosaurs couldn't survive such catastrophic events, what consequences might similar tsunamis inflict upon humanity? Historical evidence demonstrates that smaller wave formations prove adequate for complete settlement destruction. Within Chile's Atacama Desert, archaeological investigations discovered oceanic stones, pebbles, and shell deposits within sedimentary rock layers. These materials somehow relocated 80 kilometers from oceanic sources. Subsequently, complete stone cities constructed by ancestral populations were discovered. Building wall conditions suggested sweeping or abandonment by powerful forces. Scientists determined that approximately 4,000 years ago, mega-earthquake events occurred within modern Chilean territory. Tsunami conditions followed these seismic events. Wave heights reached 20-meter elevations, possessing capability to completely submerge Chilean monuments comparable to Las Ruinas. Scientific analysis indicates this tsunami resulted from dual tectonic plate collision. Consequently, Chilean coastal regions remain within dangerous zones. The oceanic Nazca Plate gradually descends beneath the South American continental plate. This process generates recurring earthquake and tsunami cycles. In 1960, Chile experienced humanity's most powerful recorded earthquake. Magnitude measurements achieved maximum 9.5 levels. Subsequent tsunami conditions developed. Despite epicenter wave heights measuring only 10 meters, significantly lower than Lisbon's destructive tsunami, complete destruction affected multiple Chilean coastal communities, claiming 150 lives. When wave formations reached Californian shores, casualty numbers increased to 6,000. Scientific projections suggest such catastrophic events may recur in Chile every 3,500 years. Contemporary tsunami events demonstrate destructive capabilities equivalent to historical occurrences. Why do scientists project imminent European tsunami coverage? Theoretical causation involves Mount Etna volcanic activity, positioned on Italy's Sicily Island. Research observations indicate gradual but inevitable Mediterranean sea displacement. Additionally, 2022 witnessed dual eruption events. Such tectonic modifications have repeatedly resulted in deadly catastrophes with severe human consequences. Tilly Smith maintains composure while convincing family members about evacuation necessity. The family heeds her warnings. Previously, nearby Sumatra Island experienced earthquake conditions. Seismic activity persisted for 10 minutes, displacing approximately 30 cubic kilometers of Indian Ocean water. Tsunami formations reached Indonesian, Sri Lankan, southern Indian, and Thai coastlines, where Tilly's family vacationed. Maximum recorded wave heights that day measured approximately 30 meters, exceeding Thailand's Democracy Monument dimensions. Tsunami events claimed at least 184,000 lives. However, Tilly's family achieved survival. Unfortunately, modern European large-scale tsunami consequences would prove far more devastating. Assessments can be made through Japanese experience analysis, having repeatedly endured tsunami and earthquake events. This nation's location within maximum danger zones is not coincidental. Japan sits at the convergence point of 4 tectonic plates: Pacific, North American, Eurasian, and Philippine formations. Furthermore, positioning within the Ring of Fire region experiences numerous volcanic eruption activities. In 1792, Mount Unzen volcano maintained eruption activity for 2 complete months. Accompanying earthquake series occurred, followed by lava dome collapse into water, generating powerful tsunami conditions. Wave heights reached 100-meter elevations, comparable to Japan's renowned Great Buddha statue. Catastrophic events resulted in 14,000 fatalities, representing the most devastating volcano-induced tsunami. March 1980 brought Washington state residents underground tremor series. This indicated singular meaning, Mount St. Helens volcano prepared for eruption. However, this event could hardly qualify as eruption. Explosion better described the phenomenon. Northern mountain slope bulging appeared, expanding 2 meters daily. By early May, expansion reached 200 meters, growing 1.5 meters daily. Any moment, this mountain could rupture with unprecedented modern historical force. Anticipating catastrophic and spectacular developments, tourists, photographers, and journalists congregated near the mountain. During magnitude 5.1 earthquake conditions, the complete northern volcanic slope exploded and separated from the mountain. Subsequently, earth and rock waves descended slopes at 240 km/h velocities. Rock mass impacted Spirit Lake with tremendous force, generating 250-meter shore wave strikes, exceeding Washington Capitol heights. Lake water levels doubled, while eruption ash mixed with water, forming powerful mudflow formations that eliminated everything within their path. Fortunately, Spirit Lake vicinity contained no settlements. Otherwise, survival would have been impossible except for commemorative photography desires. Photographer Robert Landsberg remained within volcanic impact zones and, recognizing approaching death, decided to document final moments. Subsequently, he placed film containers within his backpack and positioned himself protectively to shield photographic records from falling ash and magma. Landsberg's remains were discovered 17 days later, buried beneath debris, though his film maintained excellent condition. This material significantly assisted scientists studying earthquake phenomena leading to tsunami conditions. Contemporary natural disaster researchers assert that similar scale catastrophes could occur within European territories during the next 30 years. Coastal zone residents face potential tsunami occurrences at any moment. When journalists questioned Tilly Smith's tsunami prediction methods, she described observing unusual shoreline foam formations with hissing bubble characteristics. Additionally, atypical wave patterns were evident. These indicators she recalled from geography lessons when teachers displayed black and white Hawaiian tsunami footage from 1946. Those recordings showed waves that didn't return to oceanic sources, but continued rolling inland. Identical conditions occurred at the beach where Tilly's family intended recreation. These represent primary indicators that massive waves will soon impact shorelines, yet coastal region inhabitants should recognize that tsunami detection can occur much earlier. Initially, exposed seabed becomes visible. Prior to giant wave arrivals, water recedes increasingly distant. Additionally, animal and bird behavior deserves attention. They instinctively detect approaching tsunami conditions and immediately distance themselves from water sources. Residents within frequent tsunami zones maintain fish. When disasters approach, fish exhibit unusual behavior and erratic aquarium movement. This warns owners of impending terrible events. However, these recommendations become meaningless for artificial tsunami scenarios. Such cataclysmic events need not result exclusively from natural causes. Intentionally created killer tsunamis remain possible. During World War II, a New Zealand naval officer observed how underwater explosion series for coral reef clearance generated small wave formations. He contemplated significantly more powerful bomb possibilities. Subsequently, New Zealand military forces developed the secret SEAL project. Weapon concepts were considered feasible but never materialized, unlike American developments. In 2018, Russia published tsunami bomb creation plans with 20 to 100 megaton capabilities, designated Poseidon torpedo systems. These should constitute unmanned underwater vehicles with nuclear power plants and nuclear weaponry measuring approximately 24 meters in length. By 2022, after global communities began assisting Ukraine's resistance against Russian terrorism within its territories, the aggressor nation threatened to eliminate Great Britain from Earth's surface using nuclear tsunami as Ukraine's support revenge. Alternatively, bomb detonation near coastlines was suggested. Presumably, torpedo launches could occur from submarine vessels, or devices could remain stored on ocean floors. Operational ranges extend to 10,000 kilometers. Device movement remains slow to avoid radar detection. Approaching targets, acceleration increases to 100 kilometers hourly. Charges reaching 200 megatons could generate tsunami waves achieving 500-meter heights, exceeding Empire State Building dimensions. Presumably, if such waves appear near coastlines and traverse level terrain, tsunami penetration could extend 500 kilometers inland, destroying everything encountered. Russia claims Poseidon systems equip Northern and Pacific Fleet forces. Whether Russian possession claims merit belief remains unknown. Precautionary preparations for worst-case scenarios prove advisable, including both nuclear button activation by unstable leaders and Mediterranean tsunami events. Upon Tilly Smith's father learning of approaching tsunami conditions, he immediately contacted hotel personnel for beach vacation evacuation. Consequently, the schoolgirl saved not only her family during that terrible day, but approximately 100 tourists and resort staff members. She received the Angel of the Beach designation. Understanding Tilly's experience demonstrates the necessity for rapid action during such circumstances. While authorities may provide nuclear strike population warnings, precise tsunami arrival timing prediction proves significantly more challenging. The 2011 Great East Japan earthquake resulted in Fukushima City tsunami coverage, damaging local nuclear power plant units. Wave formations reached shorelines within mere 10 minutes, indicating extremely limited escape timeframes. Primary action requires immediate shore area departure. Tsunami conditions typically eliminate all roadway access. Proceed on foot toward hill and mountain elevations. Should high-rise building shelter be selected for tsunami duration, recognize continued building danger. Strong current forces can shatter glass surfaces, making rooftop locations optimal for tsunami survival. If falling occurs and shore departure becomes impossible, climb tall tree structures. Czech model Petra Nemcova survived Maldivian tsunami conditions by spending approximately 8 hours atop palm tree positions. Remember, if wave coverage occurs over head levels, never vocalize distress. This action results in water ingestion and choking. Primary errors include descending hills, abandoning shelters, or returning home immediately upon observing wave recession. Multiple wave formations can occur, rolling consecutively for hours. Each subsequent wave demonstrates increased strength over previous formations. Self-protection requires awaiting all clear signals or official authority notifications confirming danger cessation. If disaster circumstances result in water immersion, attempt grasping nearby floating objects. For example, a 13-year-old Indian girl achieved survival through this method. During Indian Ocean tsunami conditions on Kanyakumari Island, wave forces carried her far from shoreline areas. She floated for 2 days within Arabian Sea waters, maintaining grip on wooden door fragments that preserved her life. However, if tsunami encounters occur while already in water, congratulations are in order. Survival probability remains highest aboard yacht or ship vessels, or during underwater diving activities near shore areas. Japanese woman Aki Kita survived while scuba diving in Sri Lankan waters during 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami approach. She remained alive despite positioning at event epicenters. This occurred because tsunami formations typically concentrate all energy precisely near shoreline areas. Remember that post-tsunami recession doesn't indicate completion. Disasters leave behind building ruins, infrastructure collapse, water supply, and food delivery complications. Survivors may confront post-traumatic stress syndrome, hunger, cold, housing, and documentation absence. Therefore, worst-case scenario preparedness proves consistently advisable. Tilly Smith achieved not only family tsunami survival, but gained recognition through heroic actions. Currently 22 years old, she presents global lectures regarding natural disaster dangers. Immediate self and family care through essential item and first aid kit preparation is recommended. Video pausing and screenshot capture of emergency bag item lists I prepared for you is suggested. Place all listed materials within waterproof containers and store in consistently accessible locations. Precautionary measures remain advisable. Hopefully, these resources will never require utilization.